Hello everybody, Shadow here and welcome back to Old School RuneScape. Last time, I don't want to talk about it. This time, we're gonna go ahead and walk over this way. I think? Hold on. Where am I supposed to start this? Oh, no, I'm supposed to start over here. Okay. I'm a dumb. Yes, up here, I think. Hello, Edmund. Hello, old man. I'm sorry, I can't stop to talk. Why? What's wrong? I gotta go find my daughter. I pray that she is still alive. What happened to her? Elena's a healer. 3 weeks ago, she managed to cross the wall into West Ardougne. No one's allowed to cross the wall in case they spread the plague. Plague? Not that long ago, West Ardognese was hit by a deadly plague. They had the wall built to try and keep it contained. No one is allowed to enter the city now apart from the mourners. They say the plague is a horrible way to go. That's why Elena felt she had to go help. She said she'd be gone for a few days, but we've heard nothing since. Maybe I could help find her? Really? Would you? I've been working on a plan to get into West Ardognese, but I'm too old and tired to carry it through. But you, on the other hand, you should have no problem. Sure. Where should I start? If you're going into West Ardognese, you'll need protection from the plague. My wife made a special gas mask for Elena with dwellberries rubbed into it. They'll help repel the plague, apparently. We need some more, though. Where can I find these dwellberries, I say, with them in my inventory? The only place I know of is McGrubber's Wood, just west of Sears Village. The berries are bright blue, so they're easy to spot. Okay, I'll go and get some. The foresters keep a close eye on it, but there is a back way in. Yes, well, I'll have those. By the way, I'm gonna make that. There we go. Hello. Elmond has asked me to help you find your daughter. Yes, he told me. I've begun making your special gas mask, but I need some dwellberries to finish it. Yes, I've got some here. You give the dwellberries to Alrania? Sure. Alrania crushes the berries into a smooth paste. She then smears the paste over a strange mask. There we go, all done. While in West Ardognese, you must wear this at all times, or you could catch the plague. Alrania has given you a gas mask. I'll make a spare mask for you in case you lose that one. I'll hide it in the cupboard in case the mourners come looking. Alright. Oh, hey, look! It is a picture. A picture of a lady called Elena. Alright. Well, that seems like it could be helpful. Hi, Elmond. Edmund. Sorry, I'm mixing up people's names. I've got the gas mask now. Good stuff. Now for the digging. Beneath us are the Ardognese Sewers. I've done some research, and I reckon you can use them to access West Ardognese. I've already tried digging down to them, but the soil is rock hard. You'll need to pour on several buckets of water to soften it up. I reckon 4 buckets should do it. Sorry, I can't read. Hey, I just so happen to have 4 buckets of empty buckets, well, but you happen to have a sink. Well, that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. And that's 4. Dig, dig, dig! Woohoo! I think it's the pipe to the south that comes up in West Ardognese. Alright, I'll check it out. The grill is too secure. You can't pull it off alone. Okay. You tie the end of the rope to the sewer pipe's grill. Hey, Edmund, could you give me a hand here? I've tied a rope to the grill over there. Will you help me to pull it off? Alright, let's get to it. Alright. 1, 2, 3, pull! Once you're in the city, look for a man called Jethic? Jethic. Alright, I don't skip the dialogue. Alright, thanks, I will. Oh, right. I'm sorry. Forgot. I need the mask. Let's see. Jethic! Hello? I don't recognize you. We don't get many newcomers around here. How come? The plague, of course. Not many people want to come to a place like this, and the few that do normally get stopped by the mourners. All you'll find here now are the dead and the dying. Even our own king has abandoned us. Your king? Yes, King Tyrus of West Ardogne. He's the brother of King Lathus, the ruler of East Ardogne. I see. So where is the king? Well, he's always been a bit of an explorer. He's led multiple expeditions into the uncharted lands of the West. The plague first started when he came back from one of these expeditions. More than a few suspect that some of his men caught it out there and brought it back with them. The king didn't care, though. He just left on another expedition to the west. He hasn't been seen since. He left the city warder, Bravik, in charge, but he's no better. Anyway, you clearly didn't come here to talk about kings. So tell me, what brings you to West Ardogne? I'm looking for a woman from East Ardogne called Elena. East Ardognian women are easier to find in East Ardogne. Not many would come to West Ardogne to find one, although the name is familiar. What does she look like? You showed Jethic the picture. Ah, yes. She came over here to help the plague victims. I think she is staying over with the Renson family. They live in the small timbered building at the far north side of town. I've not seen her around here for a while, mind. I don't suppose you could run me a little errand while you're over there. I borrowed this book from them. Can you return it? Yes, I'll return it for you. Jethic gives you a book. Alrighty. Hello? This looks like the house. Go away. We don't want any. I'm a friend of Jethic's. I've come to return a book he borrowed. Oh. Why didn't you say? Come in then. You hand the book to Tad as you enter. Thanks. I've been missing that. Alright, well, let us see. Ted, Martha, whoever. Hi, I hear a woman called Elena is staying here. Yes, she was staying here, but slightly over a week ago she was getting ready to go back. However, she never managed to leave. My daughter Millie was playing near the west wall when she saw some shadowy figures jump out and grab her. Millie is upstairs if you wish to speak to her. Alright. Really? Millie and Billy? Really? Wow. Hello, your parents say you saw what happened to Elena. Yes, I was near the southeast corner when I saw Elena walking by. I was about to run to greet her when some men jumped out. They shoved a sack over her head and dragged her into a building. Southeast corner, you say? Which building? It was the boarded-up building with no windows in the southeast corner of West Ardogne. I see. Interesting. Well, that sounds like we've got a location. Alrighty. Alright. The door won't open. You notice a black cross on the door. I'd stay away from there. That black cross means that house has been touched by the plague. Well, to be honest, I fear not a mere plague. That's irrelevant. You don't have clearance to go in there. How do I get clearance? Well, you need to apply to the head mourner, or I suppose Brevik, the city warder. I wouldn't get your hopes up, though. Alright. Well, I'll just go see if I can find Brevik. Hello, clerk. Hello. Welcome to the Civic Office of West Ardougne. How can I help you? I need permission to enter a plague house. Actually, no. Who is through that door? The city warder, Brevik, is in there. Can I go in? He has asked not to be disturbed. This is urgent, though. Someone's been kidnapped. I'll see what I can do, I suppose. Mr. Brevik, there is a man here who really needs to speak to you. I suppose they can come in then, if they keep it short. Hooray! Brevik! My head hurts. I'll speak to you on another day. This is really important, though. I can't possibly speak to you with my head spinning like this. I went a bit heavy on the drink again last night. Curse my herbalist. She made the best hangover cures. Darn inconvenient of her catching the plague. Do you know what's in the cure? Let me think. Oh, thinking isn't clever. Ah, here, she did scribble it down for me. Brevik hands you a tatty piece of paper. Got a bucket. Oh gosh. Wow, this is really, really... Wow. Someone must have been drunk while writing this. Got a bucket of milk, then... Get a bucket of milk, then grind some chocolate with a pestle and mortar, and add the ground chocolate to the milk. Finally, add some snape grass. Well, guess what? I've got a hangover cure right here with those exact ingredients in it. I'm a psychic. My head still hurts. Still hurts too much to think straight. Oh, for one of Thurgy's hangover cures. Try this. You give Brevik the hangover cure. Brevik gulps down the foul-looking liquid. Oh, that's much better. Thanks. That's the clearest my head has felt in a month. Now, what was it you wanted me to do for you? I need to rescue a kidnapped victim called Elena. She's being held in a plague house. I need permission to enter. Well, the mourners deal with that sort of thing. They won't listen to me. They say I'm not properly equipped to go into the house, though I do have a very effective gas mask. Well, I guess they're not taking the issue of a kidnapping seriously enough. They do go a bit far sometimes. I've heard of Elena. She has helped us a lot. Okay, I'll give you this warrant to enter the house. Brevik and hand you a warrant. Alright, we have the power to enter a door. Never let the doors win. Never let the doors win. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Let's stay away from there. That black cross means the house has been touched by the plague. I have a warrant from Brevik to enter here. This is highly irregular. Please wait. Hey, I've got someone here with a warrant. You wait until the mourner's back is turned and sneak into the building. I didn't get to read the dialogue. Whatever. Elena! The door is locked. Hey! No, that's her, not me. Sorry. Hey! Get me out of here, please! I would do, but I don't have a key. I think there may be one around here, around somewhere. I'm sure I heard them stashing it somewhere. Okay, I'll go look for it. Okay. Hey, a small key. You unlock the door. Elena! Hi, you're free to go. Your kidnappers don't seem to be about right now. Thank you. Being kidnapped was so inconvenient. I was on my way back to East Ardougne with some samples. I want to see if I can diagnose a cure for this plague. Well, you can leave via the manhole in the middle of the city. Go and see my father. I'll make sure he adequately rewards you. Now, I'd better leave while I still can. Right. Fair enough. Alright. Well, let's get out of here. Back to the manhole we go. Back to the manhole we go. Up, up, up. Edmund, hey. Thank you, thank you. Elena beat you back by minutes. Now, I said I'd give you a reward. What can I give you as a reward, I wonder? Here, take this magic scroll. I have little use for it, but it may help you. Alright, 1 quest point, 2,425 mining XP, and an Ardognese teleport scroll. Now, I'd recommend you go and see Elena. She'll want to thank you herself. She lives in the house opposite ours. Alright. Mining is now level 35! Members can now mine sandstone. Cool! Read the Ardognese teleport scroll. You memorize what is written on the scroll. You can now use the Ardognese teleport spell. Alright. Is that for real, or do I not have the level for that? I feel like, yeah, I don't have the level for that, no. Woo, I get a reward! Nope. Nope. You don't have the power. Yeah, no, that's level 51. We're still 10 levels away from that. Alright. Cool, though. Alright. Let us start the next quest in this chain. Knock, knock, knock. Good day to you, Elena. You too. Thanks for freeing me. It's just a shame the mourners confiscated my equipment. What did they take? Yeah, sure. I can't test any plague samples without it. They're holding it in the mourner headquarters in West Ardougne. I must somehow retrieve that distillator if I am to find a cure for this awful affliction. Do you think you could help me? Sure. Sure. Of course I can help. Where do we start? I was hoping you would say that. Unfortunately, they discovered the tunnel and filled it in. We need another way over the wall. Any ideas? My father's friend, Jericho, is in communication with West Ardogne. He might be able to help us. He lives in a house southeast of here, north of the chapel. All right. Well, I'll go talk to him then. I need to leave the house first. Oh! Also, I should probably not be wearing my gas mask around because people are gonna freak out. Is it this house or this house? I don't know. Ross and a woman. Alright, I don't know who Ross is. Jericho! Hello, Jericho! Hello, I've been expecting you. Elena tells me you need to cross the wall. That's right. My messenger pigeons help me communicate with friends over the wall. I've arranged for 2 of them to aid you with a rope ladder. Omart is waiting for you at the southern end of the wall. But be careful. If the mourners catch you, the punishment will be severe. Thanks, Jericho. All right. I got some bird feed. Bird feed. Now, what could I do with that? All right. Oh. Okay, I only need 1 of these, but apparently, I need an extra 5 for another quest in the future. All right. Well. Hello, people. You throw a handful of seeds onto the watchtower. The mourners do not seem to notice. Did I do it right? Pigeons! Attack! The pigeons fly towards the watchtower. The mourners frantically try to scare them away. Alright. Gask. Onward! We're good! Well done. The guards are having real trouble with those birds. You must go now, traveler. It's your only chance. Okay, let's do it. Omart throws a rope ladder over the wall. You climb up the rope ladder. Welcome to West Ardogne, friend. I'm Kilron. Let me know if you want to go back over the wall. Thanks, Kilron. Do you know where to find the Mourner headquarters? It's the most northeastern building in the city. Be careful around there. Alright. Well then. Let us head up. North. Shoo-bidi-bop-bop, beat it down. I don't think the mourners like me too much. Back away, citizen. Only mourners are allowed inside the headquarters. I wonder if there's another way in. What? No, there's never another way in. What are you talking about? Hey, look, I see that fence. That fence is broken. I'm super skinny. I can fit through that. Alright. Grab an apple, pick it up, throw it in a pot. I don't know what that was. You place the rotten apple in the pot. It quickly dissolves into the stew. Anyone who eats this stew is going to have a bad time now. I should probably go before anyone notices. Okay. Well, let's wander off then. Hello? Hi, Morning. Hello, Sarah. Hello, nurse. I don't know how much longer I can cope here. What, is the plague getting to you? No, strangely enough, the people here don't seem to be affected. It's just the awful living conditions that is making people ill. I was under the impression that everyone here was affected. Me too, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, I'm not supposed to talk to her. I'm supposed to rummage through her stuff. Sorry, I forgot I'm a RuneScape character. You find a medical gown in the cupboards. Cupboard. It's a singular. Alright. Doctor, give me the news. Wait, I'm the doctor now. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. A doctor? I didn't think there were any left around here. I heard there was some trouble with food poisoning here. You heard right. Head on in and see what you can do. Alrighty. Are you serious? I just went through that dialogue. Hi, don't mind me. I'm just gonna go upstairs. Surprise, mister! Die! Die! Ha 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 ha! Ha! Yoo-hoo! You're all alone! There's no one coming to save you! You're dead. The mourner drops a key as he dies. Neat! Search scrape, find nothing. Search scrape, find nothing. Search for crate, find nothing. 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 Hey, I found Elena's thing. Nice. Alright. Well, that was a good sparring match. Have fun. Okay. Well, let's head on out of West Ardougne. Because honestly, we are done here for now. Hello, Kilron. Hello, traveler. Do you need to go back over? Yes, I do. Okay, quickly now. Kilron throws the rope ladder over, and drop down on the other side. I really shouldn't be doing this in full armor, because it's making my speed go a lot slower. In fact, I literally don't have any other reason to wear the armor at this point. So in fact, we are going to take off everything else. I mean, right now that doesn't really help because it's still going to weigh us down, but when we get the chance, we'll drop it off at bank. Okay. Hello, Elena? You're back. Did you find the distiller? Distillator? I don't know. Yes, here it is! I still can't pronounce the name! Great, now I can finally run these tests. Elena uses the distillator to test some samples. I don't understand. The touch paper hasn't changed color at all. What does that mean? I'm not sure. My old mentor in Varrock, Guidor, Guidor might know though. Could you take these to him and see what he thinks? You'll need to drop by the chemist in Remington first to pick up some more touch paper. Okay. Elena gives you a plague sample along with 3 vials. Now, last time I went to see Guidor, someone told the guards I was carrying some plague samples. Annoyingly, that means they've started searching everyone going into that part of the city. Ironically, the guards won't be smart enough to recognize the sample itself, so you should be able to get that in just fine. They'll probably confiscate the rest, though. So, what do I do? Well, I know the chemist has still been managing to get chemicals to Guidor. Maybe he can help you smuggle the things in? Okay, great. I'll see if he can help. See you soon. All right. Well, let us go and cross the river unsuccessfully. Let's go ahead and drop a bunch of this stuff into our bank. All of those. We'll deposit all of our armor. We don't need that either. Don't need the buckets. Don't need the snake grass. Actually, that was a mistake. We do need some coins. But I think we just need 30. Yeah, we just need 30 for the trip. Okay. Chemistry, chemistry, chemistry. All right, we're making decent progress in this episode, all things considered. I mean, by the time we get done with this quest, it probably will be getting close to the time that we need to end the episode. So that's gonna suck. However, I do think that even if we run out of time, I am going to go and start the Giant Dwarf, because I need to at least start it to be able to access Keldagrim. And there are some things that I would like to be able to do in Keldagrim. So, we'll probably do that. Dum 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 dum. Hello, chemist. Sorry, I'm afraid we're just closing now. You'll have to come back another time. But I was sent by Elena from Ardougne. Oh, well, that's different then. Must be pretty important for her to send you all this way. She asked me to pick up some touch paper for a guy called Guidor. Guidor? This one's on me then. I owe him more than a few favors. I should warn you though, getting to him might not be easy if you're carrying any chemicals. The guards are searching anyone heading to that part of Varrock. Alright, so am I going to be okay carrying these 3 vials with me? With touch paper as well? You're asking for trouble. You'd better use my errand boys outside. Give them a vial each. I must warn you though, they do have a habit of stealing things. Well, that's no good. How do I stop them stealing my vials? Just make sure you give them something they have no reason to steal. One's a painter, one's a gambler, and one's a drunk. Not ideal, I know, but if you pay peanuts, you'll get monkeys. Right? Yeah, sure. The chemist gives you some touch paper. And now don't stand around here gassing. This is clearly important to Elena. You'll find Guidor's home in the southeast corner of Varrock. Okay, thanks for your help. I know Elena appreciates it. All right. Well. Da Vinci! Hello, I hear you're an errand boy for the chemist. Well, that's my job, yes, but I don't necessarily define my identity in such black and white terms. Good for you. Now, can you take a vial of Varrock for me? Go on, then. I will give you the vial of Athenia? Sure, okay, I'll meet you at the Dancing Donkey in Varrock. Alright. Hello, Hops. Hi, I've got something for you to take to Varrock. Sounds like pretty thirsty work. Well, there's an inn in Varrock if you're desperate. Don't worry, I'm a pretty resourceful fella, you know. I'll give you the sulfuric broline. Okay, see you in Varrock. Sure, I'm a regular at the Dancing Donkey Inn as it happens. Chancy! Hello, I've got a vial for you to take to Varrock. The chemist asks a lot for the wages he pays. Maybe you should ask him for more money. Nah, I just use my initiative here and there. We'll give you the liquid honey. Right, I'll meet you at the Dancing Donkey Inn in southeast Varrock. Be lucky. Sounds like the three of you need to unionize. Anyway, I'll see you there. Teleport. Alright. Well, we're all the way in Varrock now. So that's cool. Should probably remove my plague mask so I'm not as suspicious. Alt, I need to conduct a search on you. There have been reports of someone bringing a virus into this area of Varrock. The guard searches you. You may now pass. Alright. Hops! Hello, how was your journey? Pretty thirsty and thirst-inducing, actually. Please tell me you haven't drunk the contents. Oh, the gods no! What do you take me for? Here's your vial anyway. He gives you the vial of sulfuric broline. Thanks. I'll let you get to your drink now. Hello, Chancy. Hi, thanks for doing that. No problem. He gives you the vial of liquid honey. Oh, I missed a line. That was the idea. I don't know what you said. Hello again. I hope your journey was as pleasant as mine. Well, as they say, it's always sunny in Gillinor. Okay, here it is. He gives you the vial of Athenia? I don't know. Whatever. Oh, hold on, I have an idea. Oh, shoot. Wait. Oh, no! Oh, no, did I screw up? Wait. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, okay. I think I can do this. I think I can do this. I'm stupid. I needed... Oh, no. Okay. Da 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 dun da dun. Da 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 da. I forgot a step. I had more use for gold than I was anticipating. Gold, 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 gold. Where's my gold? Where's my gold? There. Go, 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 go. That's the whole stack! That's the whole stack! It's fine! That's the whole stack! Jeepers creepers! Go, 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 go! Whew, okay! Crisis averted! Holy moly. Now, you look like someone who goes to a lot of fancy dress parties. What are you saying exactly? I'm just saying that perhaps you would like to peruse my section of garments. Or, if that doesn't interest you, then maybe you have something else to offer. I'm always on the lookout for interesting or unusual new materials. Do you have a spare priest gown? Well, I do sell them. I don't hand them out for free, though. This is a shop, not a charity. Please, it's really important. Well, I suppose you can have this old one. It's not in good enough condition to sell. Wait, was that... Wait, what? Wait. Did I just... Okay. So I panicked for nothing because I could get a free one, and I just didn't pay enough attention. Okay. I'm not sure if I can start this now. Hello, my name is Demetrius of the noble family Fitzharmon. Sure. Hi. I'm a bold adventurer. An adventurer? How lucky. I may have an adventure for you. I desperately need my family crest returned to me. It says returning to me, but it's definitely supposed to be returned. It is of utmost import. I can't freaking read. So where is this crest? Well, my 3 sons took it with them many years ago when they rode out to fight in the war against the undead necromancer and his army in the battle to save Varrock. For many years I had assumed them all dead, as I had heard no word from them, but recently I heard word that my son Caleb is alive and well, and trying to earn his fortune as a great chef in the lands beyond White Wolf Mountain, although I do not know where. Okay, I will help you. I thank you greatly, adventurer. Also, if you find Caleb, please, let him know his father still loves him. Alright, well, we've started the quest, Family Crest. We're not going to do that this episode. I just wanted to start it since I was here. I didn't even need any of this money. A priest! Thank goodness! My husband is very ill. Perhaps you could read him his last rites? I'll see what I can do. Hello, you must be Guidor. I understand that you are unwell. Is my wife asking priest to visit me now? I'm a man of science, for God's sake. I know she means well, but it's only a little cough. She made out it was something more serious. Well, it's not killed me yet. So, what do you want? I've come to ask your assistance in stopping a plague. You mean the plague of West Ardognese? That's the one. I have a sample here from your former student, Elena. Elena, huh? Yes, she wants you to analyze it. You might be the only one who can help. Right then. Sounds like we'd better get to work. I have the plague sample. Now I'll be needing some liquid honey, some sulfuric broline, and then some Athenia? Indeed. Now I'll just apply these to the sample and I don't get it. The touch paper has remained the same. That's why Elena wanted you to do it, because she wasn't sure what was happening. Well, that's just it. Nothing has happened. I don't know what this sample is, but it certainly isn't toxic. So what about the plague? This result can only mean one thing. There is no plague. It seems that someone has been lying about all of it. The only question is, why? Well, this is worrying. I'd better go and tell Elena right away. All right. Well, in that case, we gotta teleport all the way back to Elena. I don't know the fastest way, but I think Castle Wars is probably the closest teleport I have access to right now. We'll fix that soon. I believe it's after this quest. I don't know if it's after this quest or after the previous quest that I think it does require this one. One of these two quests that we've been doing is the requirement for one of the easy Ardognese tasks. So, the Ardognese tasks are of significant importance because it gives you the Ardognese cloak, which, I believe, even at first level, even at first level, it has unlimited teleports to the Ardognese Monastery, which, as you remember, is right here, which is not only close to Ardogne in and of itself, I believe it is also close to, I believe that's a fairy ring right there, which we haven't gotten into yet, but that is a major method of transportation. And this right here, this transportation, is a spirit tree, which we also have not unlocked, but that is another method, that is another primary method of transportation around this world. So, both of those are in close proximity to the teleportation location of the Ardognese Cloak, meaning the Ardognese Cloak is very, very useful. Not only for the teleports, but it also, because it teleports you to the monastery, is a very easy way to charge your prayer. So that's cool too. And now this will be very nice. Yeah, so I'm actually looking at the requirements, and the only requirements for the Ardognese Diary, the easy one anyway, is Rune Mysteries, Biohazard, a total level of 27 plus, which I think is just because it's a requirement for Biohazard or Blake City or something, and 5 Thieving, which we have plenty past. We're at 29. So after this quest, we can easily do the remaining, we can do the Ardognese Diary and get that done. Hello, Elena! You're back! So what did Gaidor say? Nothing. What? He ran his tests and discovered nothing. The plague, it doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. But I don't understand. Why? I don't know. But I think we're about to uncover something huge. Well, I think there's only one thing for it. The king must be confronted. The king? Yes, King Lathas of East Ardogne. He was the one who had the wall built. He was the one who called the mourners in. He must know what's really going on here. Oh well, I'd better go and speak to the king then. Be quick. You should find him in the castle. Alright. I have been playing for a while and should consider taking a break from my screen. No! I think not! I have no life. Okay, well, we have done pretty good. We have done 2 major quests. Kind of. I mean, they're fairly simple, easy quests. However, they are of great importance in the long run because of the quest chain that they are a part of. King! 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 I assume that you are King Lathas of East Ardogne. You assume correctly. But where do you get such impertinence? I get it from finding out that the plague is a hoax. A hoax? I've never heard such a ridiculous thing. I have evidence from Gaidor of Verok. Ah, I see. Well then, you are right about the plague. But I did it for the good of my people. When is it ever good to lie to people like that? When it protects them from a far greater danger. A fear too big to fathom. I don't understand. When my father was king, he ruled over a united Ardogne. But on his deathbed, he could not decide which of his sons should succeed him. So he had the city split into 2. I became king of East Ardogne, while my brother, Tyrus, ruled over West Ardogne. My brother was a good man, and was great at many things. Being a king was not one of them. Rather than looking after his people, he went on numerous expeditions to the lands west of here. On one of these expeditions, he was captured by the forces of the Dark Lord. The Dark Lord agreed to spare his life, but only on one condition, that he would drink from the chalice of eternity. And so what happened? The chalice corrupted him. He joined forces with the Dark Lord, the embodiment of pure evil. And so I erected the wall, not just to protect my people, but to protect all the people of Gielinor. Tyrus is king of West Ardogne. Sealing off the city was the only way to stop him and the Dark Lord. I knew people would never believe the truth, so I had the plague made up as an excuse for the cordon. I'm not proud of it, but it was the only way to keep people safe. I see. Well, at least I know now. While my brother is still at large, I must ask that you keep this secret. We can't bring the wall down until we know he is no longer a danger. But how do we stop him? You're willing to help? Gods be praised! My brother is currently gathering strength in the lands to the west. If we are to stop him, we must find a way through the mountains. There is an underground pass that should lead through, but it is full of danger. Return to me when you are ready to face this peril. Until then, I give you permission to use my training area. It's located just to the northwest of the city. I'll also let the mourners know that you are a friend to Ardogne. You will be allowed to pass through the gates to West Ardogne whenever you please. Now, you'd better be off. You have much to prepare for. All right. 1,250 thieving XP, 3 quest points, full West Ardogne access, and combat training camp access. Cool. Do you need anything else, adventurer? Why don't I get started right away? I appreciate your enthusiasm, adventurer. However, I fear you are not yet ready for the challenges ahead. Return to me when you are, and we will discuss our next steps. You must have a ranged level of 25 to start the Underground Pass quest. Good to know. We're now thieving level 30. Cool. Alright, well... probably going to be training ranged in the near future. Because my ranged level is currently only level 11. Yeah, that's a problem. Anyway, first and foremost, we should probably put away all of these coins. I'm walking around with my entire bank on me, which is not a lot, but we're still technically early. Shut up, sheep. I will kill you. Okay, I'm going to just deposit all of those, and then I'm going to take that. Alright. Northward we go. We are not going to do another quest tonight. It's getting kind of late for me. So I would like to wind down before I have to go to bed and stuff. But I do want to at least start the Giant Dwarf to gain access to Keldagrim. So I will see you at the entrance to Keldagrim. Go away, black unicorns! Leave me! I have more important things to do. Okay. I should probably sit up. Okay. We have made it to the entrance to Keldagrim. Hello there. Want a ride? A ride where to? Across the river, across the river. It's just a short ride. How much will that cost me? Ha ha ha. You understand us dwarves well, human. It's just 2 gold pieces. Wanna go? Let's talk to the boatman instead. Oh there, human. The /9. Oh there, the /9. Want to take a ride with me? Where are you going? Across the river? No, that's what the ferryman's for. I'm going to Keldagrim, my home. How much will that cost me then? For a human like you, I can do it for free. That's a deal! Excellent. I'm just waiting for my ship to arrive, and then we can go. But if it needs to arrive, is it really your ship? Mind, this trip could take a few minutes. Are you sure you're ready to go as well? Yes, I'm ready, and I don't mind it taking a few minutes. Well, let's not waste any more time then. Keldagrim, grand capital of the Dwarven Realm. 500 years have passed since the rule of King Alvis, savior of Keldagrim, victim of his own inventions. He founded the Consortium, the gathering of mining companies that were to serve the monarchy, but eventually the monarchy came to serve the Consortium. By the time of his death, the monarchy was all but abolished. Now the kings in Keldagrim are but a distant memory, with only the statue of King Alvis to remind the people of the old days, the dark days. Sorry, I'm trying to read fast because they're disappearing quickly. Alright. It's Keldagrim! Rise of the Red X, Part 1. That's ominous. There's also very cheery music for this. The Giant Dwarf. Look, there's the statue of King Alvis, guarding the entrance of Keldagrim. Amazing! And we're going to go straight past it? That's right. That's right. Hold on. There's something wrong. Ah! Oh no! Halt! Halt! By order of the Black Guard, you are under arrest! What? I didn't do anything! It wasn't me! Come with us, human. Commander Veldaban wants a word with you. Alright. I didn't know I was going to get arrested. Identify yourself, human. I'm the /9. I was told I was under arrest. I had a little accident on the way in here. Ah, so you're the one who knocked over the statue of our glorious king. I suppose so. I mean, I didn't do it on purpose or anything. I wasn't the one driving the boat! Why am I being blamed for this? Don't worry about it. We haven't been ruled by a king for many a year. That statue was long overdue for replacement anyway. You're not under arrest. I merely wanted to talk to you. But let me introduce myself. I am Veldaban, son of Dondakan? Sure. I am the commander of the Black Guard in Keldagrim. Well, nice to meet you, Veldaban. Now listen carefully. I have a task for you. I want you to go and see the local sculptor and help him build a new statue. Will you do this for us? Yes, I will do this. You're a good human, the /9. Now, I need you to see Sorry, I'm having hiccups. Blazadar. He is a sculptor who lives in Keldagrim East. To be honest, I'm not much of a sculptor myself. Oh, don't worry. I just need you to help him out while he rebuilds the statue. I'm sure there are many tasks he needs doing. I'll see what I can do. All right. Well, we now have access to Keldagrim. We have a library, we have a food shop, we have a mining shop, we have I can't zoom in further. Okay. We have the blast furnace! Woo! Blast furnace! Woo! Woo! That's mostly why I wanted to come here. Basically, as an Iron Man, the blast furnace is kind of important because at the blast furnace, there is a shop that has access to, it sells various ores, including iron. Now, primarily iron is what I'm most focused on, which will help me to mine, to make steel bars and such for improving my smithing levels. I would have actually come here a lot sooner if I had just been on my own, but I wasn't sure when I was gonna do this quest. I had a couple different requirements that I needed to do. Technically, I couldn't even have done this until I had level 33 magic because of a certain aspect of the quest, but technically I didn't need to do that, so I could have actually come here and started the quest like probably 5 or 10 episodes ago. I don't even know if there was 10 episodes ago. I haven't been keeping track of how many episodes we are on, which is probably a problem. But regardless, we're here now. I have access to it, And I will probably buy some stuff. Although I don't know actually what I'm going to train next. I should probably work on getting some of these higher, like definitely my ranged. I'm working on herblore. Probably really need to work on hunter and farming. Not too concerned with construction until we get to the point where we need it for a quest. Because construction is freaking expensive, and I hate it. Anyway, with that, I'm going to stop here. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!